Hey, this is Max. Welcome back to another CSR2 video. I'm here with the Province of Speed and its related showdown. I'm going to give you my quick take on both events. So the Province of Speed, you get to win the Lamborghini SC20, and that's important because if you want to do the final, you have to have all these cars. At this point, I still have plenty of options here, but as always, lock in number one. Pick the closest to fully maxed car you have, whatever it is. So don't pick a car that is too far off. Now, if you're missing one or two stage sixes, of course, that's okay. You will get stage sixes, at least one, but don't forget it can be a duplicate in the race itself. Again, race probably won't start to get real tough until about race 60s. So the difficulty will start to increase around 62, 63, 64. Also, don't forget, you have that 300% you can use in Showdown for quick SP points. The second part and the third lock-in requires two specific cars, and you have to have one or the other either way. And its real question is which one to lock in 2 and which one to lock in 3. I can tell you right now, this is the sucky car out of the two, but both of them are not that great as speed traps. So you're going to be struggling a little bit no matter which way you lock them in. Whether you lock in the Gran Turismo in 2 or the Gemera in 2, it doesn't matter. It's going to be tougher. Now, personally, I am still going to lock in the better of the two cars in lock-in number 2, and then probably put the Gran Turismo in lock-in number 3. That is because if I recall correctly, usually lock-in number 2 also has to deal with one of the final races in the towards the end. So you want a good car for that. Lock-in number 4, fortunately, I found out that the Intenza is usable, and I have that from a prior Flash event, and it's fully built, so I don't need to worry about building the Zerono Dorta because while I won it, it's a lot of resources to build any car, especially a T5, so saving resources is going to be the key here. Now, if you don't have this car, then your only other option would be the Zonda HP or the Dorta. And if you use the HP in any prior event, then it's locked out. And finally, we have the Zonda you win from Showdown or the Expo, but understand that, once again, if you've used the Zonda or the not the Zonda, but the Expo in any prior event, it's locked out for this one. So at this point, many of us will need that Zonda. Now, that brings us to the Showdown that's related to it, which starts at the same time as the event. Remember, the event race 59 gives you 300%. So you have some options here to either get to race 59 and then starting this and leveraging that 300%, or you can go ahead and run to 1300 and grab the car, and then come back and try to go further with one of the one like that car, for example, if you want to build it and you have parts. Good luck with that. Now, this is going to be a very interesting showdown because you have the Gemera, which a lot of people have from the Duality Cup. You got the Zonda HP, which is well known for its downtunes throughout the series so far. You have the Intenza, which can be downtuned. You have the Zerono. So you have then the Zonda itself, which usually is a very fast car. The SC20, which is a question mark whether it can be downtuned, but I doubt it will be. But it is probably also one of the top cars. So in my case, the clear choice here would be the Intenza, but I'm going to start off with the Gemera to try to get to that 1300 point where you win the car. Really, the 1300 trophy range shouldn't be difficult for anybody with a Gemera that is somewhat built, because you'll land in some range of downtune somewhere, and as long as you're not running into a bunch of other cars that are downtuned to the same dyno range and can beat you, you can win. So the advantage of the current Showdown is that you can set your car to various dyno ranges. As long as you're the top dog in that dyno bracket, you're still fine. You also want to try to cut into what they call the bracket edge, the faster edge rather than the slower edge, and have a dyno busting of at least 0.5 seconds to really be solidly in a position of not losing. But not all cars are going to downtune that way. They tend to land in the same zone because people have generally the same concepts for downtuning unless you get creative. That's where learning how to tune a car and playing with tuning in the game really comes in handy for those who do it, and you can have an advantage. As you can see, my Chimera, I already did sort of a test run setup that is easily able to beat Dino by a ton, but may not be used because beating Dino by a ton doesn't necessarily save you or make it easier for you to run through this event. Sometimes it's better to have a positive evo tune that is lobbied elsewhere. So I am still going to be retuning for that. Regardless, you want to play this kind of coordinated because, again, before I finish the video here, let me just show you the 300% that is at race 59. Okay, that is a make or break thing for a lot of people when it comes to making SP points for the pro leagues. So if you're looking to advance in pro leagues, then you may want that 300%. Now you have 2 days, 17 hours here with this one. You'll have time with that one, but then the Elite Showdown won't start until the league results in. So that's going to be for next season's league. This one will be used for this season's league. Now, so you have to think, if you are going to have better luck at pushing this one rather than this one, then you may want to hit that 300% early. If you're really got plenty of time, then hit the 300% later is okay. You can delay rushing through the event to manage the 300%. None of these events have to be finished on day one, and you have at least 6-7 days to finish it. So there's no rush to get through these things quick and kind of miss out on opportunities to leverage the resources the best you can. So again, that is my quick take on the Province of Speed and the Zonda Showdown. I think, again, if you have the ability to win the Zonda and you have at least one of these two cars already, you should be able to get yourself to the SC20. Is the SC20 going to be an awesome car? We'll find out. I'll go and review that car once I get a chance to access and take a look at it. So bottom line is, most of the new cars may come out be low PP high evo, but rarely are they easily down tunable. So keep that in mind, that if you plan to use this car for that showdown, you're probably going to have it maxed to really be competitive. All right, so that is my quick take on both the Province of Speed and the Zonda Showdown. Feel free to let me know your thoughts. If you have any questions, ask them in the comments. If you like the video, leave a like. If you like my channel, subscribe, hit the bell, get notifications when I put up these videos. I will be running the event, but I never run them quickly or early. So if there is a video coming for the event, expect it in a few days, not immediately. All right, well, thank you for joining me. And as always, thank you for watching my videos. I'll catch you next time.